Chief Minister N. Biren and 6 former Congress legislators who left for Delhi are likely to meet BJP National President JP Nadda. Manipur reports 118 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Total confirmed cases in the state rise to 4,687. Impal West DC Naurim Praveen appeals people not to ban the cremation of those who passed away due to COVID-19 at their respective localities. And India's overall coronavirus tally crosses 26 lakh mark. That toll reaches 50,921. A very good evening to you all. I'm Kanel Shambanduram presenting you the primetime English Bulletin. Now, let's begin our bulletin with the top stories of today. Union Minister of Road Transport, Highway and MSM East, Nitin Gadkari, laid the foundation stone for 13 different highway projects and also inaugurated a road safety project of the state through video conferencing today. The 316 kilometers project is worth around 3,000 crore rupees. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren also presided the virtual function from the Manipur Bhavan in Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari assures to lay the foundation stone for an elevated highway in Imphal city proposed by the state government at the earliest. He disclosed that additional funds of about 250 crore rupees for Central Roads Fund CRF will be released soon. He urged Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren to speed up land acquisition and utility sifting works in the state to expedite works on road projects. Union Minister also declared that linking of the Brahmaputra and Barak River have been completed to facilitate public transport. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren also thanked Union Minister Nitin Gadkari for initiating efforts to revamp Imphal Jiribam and Imphal More Road. Minister of State Independent Charge for Donor and PMO Dr. Jitendra, MOS Road Transport and Highways General retired VK Singh took part in the video conference. They were also joined from Imphal by Works Minister TH Vishwarjit, CAF and PD Minister Karam Shamd, Water Resources Minister Letpao Haukip, Agriculture Minister V. Hankalyan, Education Minister TH Radhe Shamd, MP RK Ranjan, MP Lorho Fauzi, Rajya Sabha MP Leshemba Sanajauba, Chairman of the Manipur Tribal Development Corporation's Vungzagind Velte, Advisor of Chief Minister K. Leshio, Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar and other officials. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren, along with 6 former Congress legislators who left for Delhi yesterday, are likely to meet BJP National President JP Nadda today. Former Congress legislators, namely former Wangkai MLA Okram Henry, former Wangjing Tentha MLA Ponam Rojend, former Wangjing MLA Oinamd Lukoy, former Lilong MLA Mohammad Abdul Nashir, former Saitu MLAs Ngamthang Haukip, and former Singhat MLAs Ginswan Hao Zhou will meet and greet the national president. All of them are likely to join BJP. The team led by Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren will also meet with Union Home Minister Amit Shah. It may be mentioned that speaking to media before leaving for Delhi yesterday, former Wangoi MLA Oinamd Lukhoi claimed that all the former 6 legislatures, including him, has not joined BJP yet, and there is no specific reason for their visit to Delhi. Meanwhile, according to reliable sources, out of 6 former Congress legislators who are currently at Delhi, some of them might join BJP and contest as independent candidate in the upcoming by-election. Manipur Chief Minister's Police Medal for Gallantry 2020 accorded to Sub-Inspector of CDO in Imphal East, Vishnupur Devchand, has withdrawn. Sub-Inspector Debsand was suspended and an inquiry committee led by IGP Intelligence K. Radheshyam was also formed to investigate the matter. It may be recalled that Debsand was accorded the Gallantry Award on Independence Day celebration on 15th of August this year. AMSU in a press release said Debsand was arrested along with drugs worth around 3 crore rupees in the international market from Palel in 2013. Acting on the press release, Joint Secretary Home Rehanuddin Chaudhary has withdrawn the honour given to Debsand late last night. The order also notified that Reader Inspector of Imphal East SP E. Roshand, who did the initial proceeding for the award, was also suspended. In a Facebook post, Chief Minister Nongthombam Birren appreciated AMSU for pointing out the era of the government. He also expressed hope that such acts shall continue in the future too. He reiterated that the government will award the responsible one and punish the miscreants. Congress MLA K. Meghachandra demanded Chief Minister Nongthombam Birren and Intelligence IGP to resign on moral ground following the issue of conferring Gallantry Award to police officer who was involved in course of Worth drug case. He termed selection of Gallantry Award and other awards as a political selection and not based on someone's merit. In a viral video going round in social media, K. Meghachandra said announcement of Gallantry Award to Sub-Inspectors Vaishamayum Debsand, who was arrested with drugs, is a mockery of the Home Department. He added such act has opened a Pandora's box to detect the drug crimes accused in the Police Department of the state. K. Meghachandra stated that the Home Department and its Intelligence Department have failed in finding the antecedents and records of the awards, while AMSU has pointed it out. He expressed suspicion over the war on drug initiatives taken up by the BJP-led state government. He further questioned on the credibility of the other remaining awards in the police.
Home Department totally failed with it. Masiki Gallantry Award, outstanding devotion to duty, Hana, the Kaliba missing it. Masiso Mukloid Tazer Trevor Zikti. Other Masi Amuka recheck the Wom Terkali, Atopa case the involvement of Suyawi Hibasi, source they give Hangare, Maduako Hazege, Maduki detailed to Matando Fanganel Hazeva. Kadawaki Inspector Gumbabu Council, Adutawena, suspend of Duino. Sarkar Zikpaiba, head of the Home Department though. Madu Loghagadam moral ground. Madu Loghabioba, Akuna demand Tori Congress Party na demand Tori Home Department the Lagiba, Masigi top of the Home Department as well as Chief Minister of Manipur. Moral ground Lagiba Suban Loguna Mayam Maikuna, Masilis the Utorapa, Tontorapa Mayam, civil society organization Mayams, the Hena intelligence Wanga Pashu Masakar, failure of Home Department there.
118 new COVID-19 cases were reported in Manipur in the last 24 hours. As per a report by IDSP, Manipur and COVID-19 Common Control Room, confirmed cases in Manipur reached 4,687, out of which 1,936 are active cases. 2,632 have recovered so far, and recovery rate stands at 58.33%. A 48-year-old man from Imphal East passed away at the RIMS due to COVID-19 and other comorbid health conditions, rising death toll in Manipur to 17. 102 individuals were discharged in the past 24 hours. Although the state government has extended COVID-19 related lockdown in the state till August 31st in the wake of the surging cases of coronavirus infection in the state, people failed to adhere strictly to the lockdown norms. Many people and private vehicles were seen commuting on roads across Imphal city today, causing traffic congestion in many areas. Many shops apart from paramedical, pharmacies and medical stores remained opened. It may be mentioned that DCs of the various districts have earlier issued order declaring curfew from 5 p.m. till 6 a.m. Many people throng at Thangal market and Pauna market to buy goods following the order to open the market on roster basis. People fail to abide by SOPs provided by the government. There is a high chance of increase in COVID-19 cases in the state if such act continues. Manipur police personnel also face challenges in monitoring people at the markets. As per an order by the government, wholesale shops at Thangal and Dharmashala in Imphal West are allowed to open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. from August 15th to 31st. Shops selling construction materials, hardware, electrical items and cement at Thangal, Pauna and Nagamapal are allowed to open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. All shops in Pauna and Thangal markets will remain opened on roster basis except for Sunday. Women of Pauna market appealed those concerned to voluntarily come out for COVID-19 tests, as 4 individuals from different parts of Pauna market situated right in the middle of Imphal city were tested positive for COVID-19. The women group also took out a publicity rally for the same along Pauna market today. The women also opined that cooperation is necessary to stop the spreading of COVID-19. Imphal West DC Naurim Praveen appealed people not to ban performing last rites of those who pass away due to COVID-19 at their respective localities. He was speaking to media on the sideline of attending last rites ritual ceremony of a person from Wahengbam Laikai who passed away due to coronavirus yesterday. Speaking further, DC Praveen also appealed authorities concerned to allow conduct of last rites ceremony of those who pass away due to COVID-19 at their respective localities. He asserted that the body will be brought after proper sanitizations, wrapped in a plastic bag from hospital, so there is no chance of spreading the virus from the body. He added, Ministry of Family and Welfare has also even allowed conduct of a ritual ceremony afterwards. DC Praveen asserted that last rites of the deceased from Wahengbam Laikai was performed after cooperation with Wahengbam Laikai Club, Imphal West Deputy Commissioner, Assistant Commissioner and DC staffs. City Police OC Sudhir Kumar, Imphal Police Station OC Ingocha, Imphal West District AC Shurain and IMC members attended the ceremony.
Manipur then Atopa district appeal don't be panic. As the Manipur government, we are trying our best. Like the ma'am see, like the pushing Birakanu, high bigi cano say, Masi Wakalunchi, Hado Piu, society Galoina, a ma'am. District administration at the then club, pull up problem ma'am, though, we solve them none of Honasi.
Some farmers are complaining that the task force, which was formed with Horticulture Director as chairman and MoMA Project Director as convener on May 26 to curb the post-harvest losses of agriculture and horticulture crops and to release the price of commodities to the farmers has reportedly failed to assure its benefit. Speaking to Impact News, Chives farmer of Moirang Kampu, Sajib in Imphal East said the livelihood of people of the area depends on chives plantation. However, the farmers are facing inconveniences in selling their products due to lockdown implemented by the government since March due to ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The farmers mentioned that chives planted in more than 40 acres of field are gone to waste. The farmers also lamented over the failure of the committee to look into their plights and appealed to look into the matter at the earliest.
farm se khoi lockdown na maram moiraga khoi gi lai ba maroi sing je khoi sel torak tabana khoi sai da lai ba praja sing je to kimitik wana re aduna hauji ke hari ba maroi sing je sarkar na hape tang yeng chen biraga kamain toraga sel to ba ya ga da ha do tang ming changana ningi khoi gi hari ba product sing je sarkar na lokhat piraga atopam pham da sel to bi ge ha bra na traga de khoi si smaina sum yon da na lai raga de khoi praja sing je hauji angar pok no wana re
khoi lamdam si da thari ba si chorana lo pari nimpu yang khai nimpu gi mathak ta thara bani aduna ayamba lamdam siki praja singdi hariba sidagi lakpa income duna ai mong manung gi maintenance puna bani aduna masi laktabadagi aduki matik wana re habuse.
Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, Infald, urged to the public not to stigmatize and discriminate the doctors, nurses, officials, paramedics and other frontline workers of the hospital who are making all-out efforts in the fight against coronavirus. A press release from RIMS media advisor and Phillips expressed discontentment that many health workers are being ostracized in their localities. He appealed to encourage and support them instead. Health Minister Langpok Lakpam Jayant Kumar distributed hand sanitizer, face masks and other essential items to truck drivers and handymen today. Manipur Truck Driver Welfare Association and Highway Truck Owner Welfare Association organized the distribution event at Kaithel Manbi in Infald Jiribam Road. Speaking on the sideline, Minister Langpok Lakpam Jayant Kumar lauded the truck drivers for their hard work and efforts amid the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. He appealed to abide by the government SOPs. He urged the public to support and encourage the truck drivers. The minister also assured to visit ISBT to look into the plights facing the drivers and handymen in near future.
Hand glove, marks, the hand sanitizer, mayam, see, lemna, Praja Shibato Viriba, driver Congress, second driver Congress, near the Hajan here to Madam Prajada, Sabisto Viriba, Makil Congress in the I think Pangba, Amasum, Channel launched higher around COVID-19. See, I can go on with the Kaito Gadamano, hand sanitizer, Nagadoni, Maxi, Nagadoni, social listening to Udon Havigi. Sigi Parasi, Masi basic awareness program, see, Silvenoma Quena, Sigi message pass on to Kaladama, COVID-19, and Kalata, and she said to get on to that now. Toilets in the programming.
Indian Red Cross Society, along with Angtha Village COVID-19 Combating Committee, organized an awareness program on COVID-19 at Angtha Lai Haraufam Community Hall today. Secretary of IRCS Dr. R.K. Nimai said that setting up barriers in localities entrance cannot prevent the COVID-19 virus. Instead, it can only be prevented by following SOPs provided by the government. All Andhra Youth Club and People's Task Force for COVID-19 also organized an awareness program for volunteers of 15 clubs. Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur COSAMD informed that from form submission date of a higher secondary improvement examinations 2020 has been extended till 8th of September in view of the present COVID-19 situation in the state. Secondary Education Manipur BOSAM has announced to promote those students who passed in the compartmental at the recently declared High School Living Certificate HSLC examinations 2020 conducted by BOSAM. As per notice issued by BOSAM Secretary Dr. Chithung Mary Thomas said, the decision was taken as the students' academic career were at risk. The notice said that the compartmental examination, which was earlier scheduled to be held on the first week of August on September, could not be conducted owing to the prevailing COVID-19 situation. Hence, compartmental candidates who have submitted forms for appearing in the HSLC compartmental examinations 2020 have been declared as passed. BOSAM also informed that schools may collect the mark sheets and certificates of the HSLC compartmental exam 2020 from the board from 1st of September. Park Students Association KSA in a press release said colleges under higher education of Manipur are in complete doldrums. It also termed signing of principal in charge at colleges as unfortunate for the students. KSA also said principal in charge continuing their duty as principal after completion of their tenure shows signs of corruption and lack of accountability in the colleges. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Ichabu mahi tamhanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudolni. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjuningai oiraba, mahi tamham ama oiriba, khwaidigi junaraba mafamda semgatlaba, CBSE the affiliate toba higher secondary school oiri. Icha singbu admission tawidana mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudol oibiu, icha gi phazabalam chak sajati ahombadu ubiu, Slopland Public School Khongjom.
Kaziranga University, the #1 career university in the Northeast, offering a wide range of UG and PG courses with up to 100% merit-based scholarship, a state-of-the-art infrastructure, and unbeatable placements. A pioneer in shaping, molding, and delivering excellence, Kaziranga University is the right place to launch your career.
Welcome back. After the break, you are watching Primetime English Bulletin. India's overall coronavirus tally crosses 26 lakh mark today. India has reported a single-day spike of 58,000 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. That toll has reached 50,921, while 19,19,842 people have recovered. India's rate of recovery has improved to 72.51%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, country's total confirmed cases have crossed 26,47,000, out of which active cases are above 6,76,663. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of above 1,58,000. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that 7,41,400 samples were tested for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 2 crore 18 lakh people and above 7,73,000 people have died. Recoveries are above 1 crore 45 lakh. USA is on the top with more than 24 lakh 71,000 active cases, followed by Brazil and India. Active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states, including Manipur, are nearing nearly 30,000 mark. Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases are 75,558, out of which 22,087 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh confirmed COVID-19 cases are 2,701, out of which 888 are active cases. Nagaland's active cases of COVID-19 are 1,958. Tripura's total active COVID-19 cases are 1,855. There are 421 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 463 in Sikkim, and 693 in Meghalaya. Yening Animal Foundation Manipur espoused the need to develop a grazing field in Imphal, as many animals are slowly dying due to lack of grazing fields. A team of Yening Animal Foundation and Manipur Dog Lovers Club today hospitalized a cow and her calf at a veterinary hospital Sanjentong after the cow fainted at a new check-on traffic point following food poisoning due to consumption of plastic as a result of unavailability of fodder. The cow is now in better condition after the treatment. Both the cow and the calves are under the care of the members of Citizens Club Soibam Laikai Wangkai Kuno. Speaking to media, chairperson of Yening Animal Foundation, Sapana Laishram, said the cow was hospitalized with the help of members of Citizens Club after an East police team stationed at New Chekon informed the foundation. She added, conversion of a grazing ground into office, schools and other buildings by government has affected the animals, leading to death. She appealed authorities concerned to look into the matter at the earliest.
Koi helpline number is san soe san lai hidre sabol na chingba soe have na chingba no makang na thoiba thodok ase koi na karam na handle to gadab no have da masi ko isha isha gi thodami khan gadabani san sagol gi jiba singdugi mapu sing na su tasena thado lagasu amar mar te engine biba adudagi akoi lovers animal lovers sing na su sida achoba thodang lobiba individual khudingon asu achoba thodang lobiba amadi lenga nasu masida achoba thodang lobi gadabani natraga di masi othokpo ngamloi haini.
Manipur Pollution Controlled Board MPCB has seized a vehicle which dumped waste at inappropriate areas illegally. The vehicle, Tata Xenon bearing registration number MN0Z 8600, dumped waste along the roadside of Lumfeld to Langold, leading to Caesar Hospital. Speaking to media, board chairman L. Radhakishore said necessary written letter are sent to authorities concerned to take up legal actions against the driver involved in the incident. He asserted that MPCB has been urging public not to litter waste or throw garbages at inappropriate areas. He added MPCB teamed along with Imphal West Police recently conducted drives detaining those who litter garbages. L. Radhakishore stated that everyone has a befitted role in keeping our environment cleaned.
Solid waste mayam packing torba bora kaya galona dam torme apam se Caesar Hospital lambi hana khangna adugumba road adugi side ta torman mafam se Caesar Hospital so lai office so lai tongan ba official quarters mayam leba yamna tam tanana legi da mafam ni Manipur gi jaga pumna makta Manipur gi river ta even Loktak lake ta aduga tongan mafam sing da ekoi pollution thomba air gi noise gi solid waste gi mayam sing se ekoi thare normal la normal se hanjala haibagi ekoi da nungai jaba madugi Prajasingko Takachabagi Marakta, Iriba, see a Konatangariba, Aramba, wrongly, environment issue against the Prajasing issue against the I think if Hata but Hoktori was a quick Logani, a second logo that is among the Pampoka penalty section Matumina, jail the Piba, not a Hagana, case Momon fine in a logo, mixing as Logoya, Logani.
MPCB legal officer T.H. Jitin Kumar said anyone who disposes garbages at inappropriate areas can be punished by imposing fine under Environment Protection Act 1986 Section 15 and can be put behind bars up to 7 years. He added anyone responsible for polluting environment can also be punished under Indian Penal Code Section 269 and 270. Officer T.H. Jitin Kumar appealed people to dump waste at government-approved sites only. He also urged solid waste agents to follow the rules.
Second 15 is the corner in Slogodawa. Aduki Mayam Sings and Neom Siki Matumina, Akoina Amor Kande, air Kande, water Kande, soil pollution Kande, Malam Chiller is a own city marine. Any effect over your public convenience, the safety with the work, she had Lapakanda, pollution laws, the environmental laws interfere to okay. Ground number like Adu pollution control public safety ki damuktan haijare environment si kandaba maram chat and illegal disposal to dumping site ta goda atopa mapam ahang to uchi action launa ba akoi yam kanna uchi onajari.
A man was found dead in a suspicious manner at Tidim Road along Lamjang village in Churachandpur district in the wee hours around 3 a.m. today. The deceased is 20-year-old B. Saumian Thang, son of late Thang Xiang Kam from the Lamjang village. Upon hearing the information, Churachandpur District Police Additional SP Law and Order Lawrence, Additional SP Operations SDPO and OC rushed and inspected the spot at around 4:30 a.m. The body has been shifted to Churachandpur District Hospital morgue for further investigation. Police have also picked up 2 companions of late B. Saumian Thang for interrogation. Manipur Youth Front of Assam MYFA Udharbon branch organized an awareness campaign for the 54th time to enlist Manipur language as an associate official language of Assam. Speaking at the campaign held at Bandor Seram Laikai in Assam today, President and General Secretary of MYFA spoke on how to preserve Manipuri language. A memorandum stating that MYFA will continue their protest until Manipuri language is enlisted as the associate official language of Assam was submitted to the President and the Prime Minister of India, Governor and Chief Minister of Assam through Udharbon Circled Officers Joyanta Chakraborty. Manipuri Language Day state-level celebrations committee informed that the annually held 29th Manipuri Language Day on August 20 has been cancelled for this year due to the prevailing COVID-19 situation. Press release from the committee expressed their deep regrets for being unable to organize the event this year. Indian Super League ISL is all set to start from November 23, 2020. Goa will host the Football League under the aegis of World India Football Federation at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Fatorda, GMC Athletic Stadium in Bambolin and Tilak Maidan Stadium in Vesco. Altogether 10 teams including ATK Mohan Bagan Football Club Bengaluru, Chennaiyan Football Club Goa, Hyderabad Football Club, Jamshedpur Football Club, Kerala Blaster Football Club, Mumbai City Football Club, Northeast United Football Club and Odisha Football Club will compete in the league. The Football League is likely to be restricted to one state only to avoid the inconveniences that will be faced by the players, support staff and officials in view of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari lays foundation stones of highway project worth 3,000 crore rupees in Manipur. State government withdraws Manipur's Chief Minister's Police Medal for Gallantry 2020 according to Sub-Inspectors Vaishamayung Depson. Congress MLA K. Meghachandra demands Chief Minister Nongkumam Biren to resign on moral grounds for conferring gallantry awards to police officer caught with drugs. Chief Minister N. Biren and 6 former Congress legislators who left for Delhi are likely to meet BJP National President J.P. Nadda. Manipur reports 118 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Total confirmed cases in the state rise to 4,687. In Fal West, DC Naurim Praveen appeals people not to ban cremation of those who pass away due to COVID-19 at their respective localities. And India's overall coronavirus tally crosses 26 lakh mark. That toll reaches 50,921. Well, thank you so much for being with us. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on the